Hello everybody, this is Milky. Welcome back to another Store of the Season Pioneer of Olive Tongue episode. Today, as promised, I'll share with you the remaining part of the match expansion, which is a series of events and quests, and we get a very special reward in the end. It took me a while to get this video done because I was stuck on one of the quests for the longest time in game. I'll share all the quests and the items you need to finish the quest in this video so you could start preparing early and won't be stuck like what happened to me. So let's get started! Ta-da-da-da! Now here comes the second part of our seasonal pass, which is additional cutscenes called Olive Tongue Mystery Files. For this cutscene, we can join Mikey and Cindy to discover some mysterious events that has been happening across Olive Tongue. I'm so excited for this event because I love detective and mystery stories, and it's great that we will be part of it. Based on the tips in-game, in order to trigger this event, we actually need to have a decent relationship with Mikey and Cindy, and the tongue development has to be reached a certain level in order to trigger it. Lucky for us, in this version, I already fully developed the tongue, and I think I have a pretty good relationship with Mikey and Cindy, so let's go and join it! So let's talk to Cindy and Mikey and see if we can trigger the cutscene with them. Hello Cindy, my talk with Cindy doesn't seem to trigger everything. Maybe I need to go find Mikey and see if that could trigger it. I'm not sure what's the condition for triggering the cutscene for the expansion pack. Maybe we just need to run around the town until we get lucky enough. Hi Mikey, do you have a little mysterious event for me? No? Oh no. Just in case, the reason that I wasn't able to trigger the cutscene with Cindy and Mikey is because I didn't have enough good enough relationship with them. I'm trying to give them their gifts. Cindy really liked turnip. She said, "Thank you, I really like this." Yep, no problem. One thing that's great about Olive Tongue is we can give to people pretty late at night. I'm surprised that Cindy hasn't gone to bed yet. And the gift for Mikey will be banana. Yes, Mikey only have one favorite item, and that is banana. So I'm going to give him some that. Ta-da! Here's Mikey! Oh wow, this might be my first time I entered his room. It's actually kinda cute. I like your bed, Mikey. Here you go, here's your favorite banana. And just in case you guys are wondering what's my relationship with Cindy and Mikey. So my relationship with Cindy is 4 hearts. And for Mikey, oh, he's a little bit down here. Where are you, Mikey? It's only 2 hearts. Okay, maybe my guess would be we need to reach 5 hearts with both of them in order to trigger it. There must be some condition that I'm not reaching, so I can't trigger the cutscene yet. Oh, I triggered the cutscene, and here's Victor, and he says, "Milky, you're right on time. I have something I want to ask you. I hope you can keep this a secret." What should I say? Dad showed up in town. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is our mysterious event cutscene. I bet Dad is a ghost or something. Look at Victor, he's scared. And he says something like a ghost. Oh yay, we're so right. That's our first step of being a detective. And we have 3 options. We can say what? Or that's not how could that be? Or that's not possible. I'm just gonna give it a what? And then he said, "Oh wait, don't yell like that. I will be really worried." There are 4 events happening in this town, and those events are... And Cindy suddenly came and she's like, "Wait for me." Oh hi Cindy and Mikey, our main character of the cutscene. Now that we triggered the event, I started to think the criteria for trigger the cutscene is not too hard. Like we don't need to have a super great relationship with Mikey and Cindy in order to trigger it. The reason is, as you guys can see, I have less than 2 hearts with Mikey, and I already able to trigger this cutscene. And Mikey is like, "Oh, mysterious events, let us help to investigate." And Victor says, "No, I can't let children like you get involved." Well, but if we don't try to get together and solve it quickly, the visitors will find out. They will say, "Oh, this town is haunted, it's cursed." No, that will be so troublesome. Well, I guess I don't have a choice. understand, Milky. Please come up with a solution with this child. Well, a great decision, Victor. I guess the future of this tongue relies on me and two child. And the mysterious event that has been happening in this tongue is the first mysterious event, crop circles showing up in the park. Oh, I think your face is more scary than the mysterious events, Victor. You're staring at us and I'm scared. And while I was saying that, the game zoomed into his face and he said, second event, a mysterious half-fish, half-human creature by the sea. Oh gosh. Third, a scary ghost shadow showing up in the hotel's wall. Oh no. And fourth, all the animals in the town seems to be scared of something. Oh, this is so scary, especially the hotel one. And Cinder's like, okay, let's go to the park and start our investigation. Let's go to the place where the first event happened. Wow, both Cindy and Mikey is super brave. Okay, I guess the next cutscene will be triggered if we go to the park. Let's go to the park. Hello, Victor. I think we'll be able to trigger our next cutscene. Ta-da! Here's our doggy Jake. He looks so funny and he says you're right on time, even though the mayor says we shouldn't mention it, but I'm super worried about keeping this as a secret alone. I saw it with my own eyes. A crop circle showed up in this park. But there's no crop circle. And he says even though the crop circles is already gone, but there really is one here. Well, I believe you. And this park is full of mysterious geometry patterns. Okay, show me, where are all the patterns? Well, and Cindy and Mikey ran towards here. If you want to solve the mysterious events, just let us handle it. As long as there's Cindy and Mikey, based on our two-person's detective ability, we can solve any events easily. What about Milky, Cindy? That's so mean. Well, and Cindy says, mysterious geometry patterns. That really is interesting. Milky, what do you think about this event? I could say, I don't know. Maybe it's a prank. It's some kind of natural event. My guess would be maybe it's a prank. I don't want to say I don't know. Yeah? What do you guys think? No, I don't think this could be part of a prank. It's something that's really, really serious. I think so too. This event may be... Oh, is Cindy going to come up with something? It's an alien that draws in this park. And Jack's like, alien? Oh, I don't think so. I heard that the aliens would do pranks for the cows, so as long as we investigate the milk, maybe we'll have some evidence. Yes, let's go investigate the milk. Oh no, I feel like this investigation is going to a weird direction. And Mike is like, wait, I feel like instead of investigate the milk, how about let's investigate yogurt? Okay, let's investigate yogurt. The materials are the same. I feel like it should be fine. Okay, so that's it. Just let us handle the rest. Okay, please quickly solve the mysterious event. I'm so scared that I can't sleep. Oh wow, Jack is reacting so different than I thought. You need to be more brave, Jack. I will help you solve it. Now we got a new tip. It seems like after we talk with the town people and trigger the cutscenes, they will give us a new quest and we can find it in the quest board. We need to go to the quest board, take the quest, and solve their trouble. Okay, so now let's go to the mayor's mansion. It seems like this is not just a one cutscene and solve it all thing. We actually have a lot of parts in order to solve the whole thing. I love it. Ta-da! Here's our quest board, and it will show that this quest is specially for solving the mysterious event. All I need is a yogurt. I can definitely run back home and grab a yogurt for you, Cindy. I went home, used my yogurt processor, and made some yogurt. So there we go, we finished the quest. I wonder what we do now. Maybe we need to talk to Cindy again in order to trigger it. Or maybe it's something that after we finish the quest, if we sleep, and it will be triggered tomorrow. If that's the case, it seems like in order to finish the whole DLC event, it will be a multi-day effort, and we need to finish the quest, triggering the cutscene, sleep, and all that. And it might take a decent amount of time because right now we're still at event 1. Wow, I really love how much content they have added for this expansion pass instead of just one cutscene and over. And tomorrow we will be able to get our new costume. I'm super looking forward to it. Ta-da! As I have guessed, the next day after we finish the quest, if we go to the town, we'll be able to trigger the new cutscene for our expansion pass. It seems like it's definitely going to be a multi-day effort, and here's Cindy saying, Milky, thank you for preparing the yogurt. Well, I did the investigation with Cindy, but the yogurt really tastes great. Oh, I knew it. You guys wasn't doing it for the investigation. And Mikey says, if the cow is kidnapped by the alien, the Milky Make wouldn't be able to make such delicious yogurt. Oh, I don't think that's a great way to figure it out. And Cindy says, well, because of that, we're back to square one. Well, maybe we'll find out what's happening. And here comes Patricia, and she said, what are you guys doing here? Auntie Patricia, we're thinking about how can we solve the mysterious events that's in the park. Oh, the crop circle in the park? You guys must mean the animal footprint. Animal's footprint? Yeah, you know, recently the wild animals seems to be afraid of that, so they've been running around and it forms those patterns. Ah, that makes so much sense than the aliens. And Cindy says, what? It's not alien. Alien? Oh, you guys are talking something really silly. And Mike is like, well, I don't believe in alien. I thought you totally believed in it. And Patricia says, well, since the mystery has been solved, let's fix up the fences that's broken by the animals who are afraid. Well, I guess that's another quest for Milky again. And Cindy says, sure. Milky, can you help me collect the seeds and the wood materials? Well, sure, I guess. And Patricia says, well, I'll take my leave then. Bye, Patricia. Thanks for helping. I miss having an adult working with me. And Cindy seems a little bit sad. What happened, Cindy? So the crop circle is just animals running around. Why were the animals running around? Yeah, maybe there's a bigger secret behind these events. Well, I thought that's also related to maybe event 4. Anyways, let's go check the Tom's quest board and see what kind of materials I need. I wish we don't have to wait next day to trigger the event. After we finish the quest, we can immediately trigger. That would be even better. Okay, here are our quests. The requester is Patricia. All she needs is 1 animal feed seed and just some wood plank. Okay, I'm glad that at least the quest items that they needed for triggering the next cutscene is super easy to get. Maybe they will get harder and harder, but so far it has been pretty easy. I actually have a bad news. Because I'm at winter time, I was about to just buy an animal feed seeds from the general store, but they don't sell it during winter. Well, of course I could use my seed processor to process it, but if you haven't unlocked it, it might be harder for you to get. So if you are going to start doing the expansion pass content during winter, I would definitely recommend saving 1 animal crop seeds just in case you run out like what happened to me. One thing I'm wondering is that we have 2 quests from Patricia, so maybe it's like the town development quest. If we finish one, it solves the whole problem and we don't need to finish the other one. I'm actually wrong. We still need the animal feed seeds. And that one, in order to make the seed, it actually takes 23 hours. So I don't think we'll be able to finish it today in the game. I will have to wait another extra day. Oh gosh. Finally, my grass seed is ready after 23 hours, so I can finally finish this request too. Ta-da! It should be an easy request in any other season. Unfortunately, I've been doing the expansion pass in winter, but we did it, and tomorrow we should be able to trigger the follow-up cutscene. Oh, I triggered the next cutscene, and I might be wrong with my assumption that after we finish the quest, we have to wait for 1 day and then trigger the next cutscene. Apparently, after we finish the quest, all we need to do is leave the town and then enter again, and ta-da! We'll trigger the cutscene in the same day. So now I will be able to move forward with the story much faster. And here's Marcos, and he says, Milky, listen to me. The half fish, half man actually showed up. Oh my god. A few days before, I was thinking about fishing and I was just relaxing, enjoying the ocean view, and it suddenly showed up. I was going to catch it, but it escaped when I was preparing my fish net. Oh Marcos, if you have met a half fish, half man creature, I don't think the first thing you want to do is catch it. Well, no wonder he escaped. Here's Cindy and Mikey again. Cindy says, if you want to solve the mysterious event, just let us handle it. As long as there's there's Cindy and Mikey, we can solve any kind of events. Mysterious half-fish, half-man creature by the sea. What happened? I have a hunch that they're gonna draw a silly conclusion again. And Mikey says, Milky, what do you think about the thing? Or I can say, I don't know. Each event we have a choice to say, I don't know. I wonder if we always answer I don't know, where the character eventually get angry and be like, Milky, you know nothing. And then we could say, maybe he was just seeing it wrong. Or maybe it's they're shooting a movie. Oh, that could be the case. Maybe they're shooting a movie. What do you guys think? Oh, and here's Misaki. Hey, Misaki. Hey everybody, why are you all here? Well, Misaki, the thing is, okay, and we explain it to Misaki. Wow, I didn't know. I actually found a mysterious fish and made it using that fish to make a dish before. Maybe this two is related? Maybe she cooked the baby fish and the creature is coming back for revenge? And then Mikey is like, mysterious fish? And you cooked it? Wouldn't that make the half-fish creature angry? I see. That might be the reason. Misaki sister, what have you done? Now all the angry half-fish army is going to invade our town. Maybe that will really happen. Well, I'm going to leave. Oh, and she just left? Oh no, it's kind of funny. I doubt it's something that scary. And Cindy is like, wow, Misaki's sister is so calm, but she didn't deny it. Whoa, what should we do? The town is going to be destroyed. Well, we can't give up. Let's go collect some wood materials and build a base here. Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Milky, please. What? Okay, I guess now we're building a base. Let's check the quest board and see what we need to do next. And it seems like Milky's guess last time was right. If there is 2 quests for the same cutscene, we only need to finish one of them. And after that, we can already go to the town to trigger the next one. So this time it's Mikey's quest, and he wants me to give him 1 hardwood plank, which is not hard at all. Okay, Mikey, that I can take. I'm going to go home and pick up that. I'm glad that I saved so many materials in my chest. You can see in my farm that I have tons of chests and there's all kinds of items in there, so it's really helpful to finish this expansion pass. Ta-da! I got the hardwood plank. And in case you're curious how to get it, we can get the hardwood log from area 2 and then just use the wood processor machine to make it. It seems like the quest does get harder and harder. The quest items are a little bit harder than event 1. So maybe we need to try to get prepared, and maybe they will ask for some pretty rare items for 2 and 3. So let me go outside of the town and then come back, and I think we'll be able to trigger the next cutscene. There we go, we triggered it. So I went back into the farm and then come back to the town, and here we go, we triggered it. I wish there's a better way to trigger it than having to go back to the farm and then come back to the town, because it does take a while to wait for the game to reload and trigger it. And Cindy says, Milky, thank you so much for preparing the wood. No problem. Now we're going to build our base. We're going to build something that's super awesome and we won't lose to the half-fish creatures. Should we also call Uncle Nigel here? Oh yeah, he's great at building bases. And he said, yes, let's call all the other adults here and let's make it together. Well, I think the other adults will talk some sense into them. And here's Jacobo and he says, achoo! Oh, hi, Jacobo. You're right on time. We're about to build a base. Please help us. A base? Are you guys playing some kind of secret agent game? No, it's because the half-fish creature is going to attack our town. Uncle Marco says he saw it. There's half-fish creatures that came out of the sea. I think the half-fish creature he mentioned is me. What? It's Jacobo? How is that? And Mike is like, huh? What do you mean? Well, you know, I actually accidentally got hit and dropped into the sea. So I crawled back to the beach and with tons of seaweed on me. Marco saw me when I was climbing back and his face turned white. Oh, and Cindy said, oh, so it's not a half-fish creature, it's you, Jacobo. Yeah, that's the case. And he's like, achoo! Oh, I guess he's sick. And he says, after that, I feel I'm a little bit sick. If only I have some hot milk. I guess here comes Milky. And Cindy says, good, Milky, please help preparing some hot milk. Well, I don't think that's helpful in any way for helping us solve the event, but I guess I can help Jacobo a little bit. Fine. I think I saved a decent amount of milk in my fridge anyways. And he says, thank you, you really helped me. I'm gonna get going then. Well, no problem. Bye. Don't ever drop down the sea again. This is the second time Jacobo dropped down the sea. And Mikey said, what's happening to you, Cindy? It seems like the half-fish creature is just Jacobo uncle with tons of seaweed on him. But who pushed the Jacobo uncle into the sea? Who is it? Good question. Oh yeah, really, we don't know who pushed him. Maybe there's more secret behind this event. So each event will just still live with a little bit of mystery. I wonder who's doing all these mean things. Now let's make some hot milk for Jacobo. I think hot milk is some recipe that we unlocked pretty early, so seems like the quests are still pretty easy. Hopefully they won't ask for some super hard recipe, cause right now I think I'm still at cooking level 9. I haven't reached 10 yet. Let's take a look. Yeah, so if he asks for some recipe that's level 10 later, I might not be able to finish it. Ta-da! Let me submit the quest to Jacobo. One thing that's really nice is actually doing this series of events. Every time I will get better relationship with the requester when I finish a quest. So maybe after finish all these cutscenes, I will be in a lot better relationship with all the town people. Unfortunately, this time I went back to the farm and come back to the town and it didn't trigger the next cutscene. My guess would be the cutscene could only be triggered before 6. So if we finish a quest after 6, we won't be able to trigger it and have to wait for the next day. Ta-da! I finally triggered the cutscene! So today, when I went out of the town early in the morning at 7 AM, I wasn't able to trigger the cutscene. So I was thinking maybe the cutscene has certain time limit between 9 AM to 6 PM, things like that. So I tried to go back to the town after 9 AM and I triggered this cutscene. And here's Bess and she says, Milky, I always want to hear your thoughts. Okay, about what? Sorry for suddenly ask this question, but I accidentally saw it. What's it, Bess? And Bess said there is a ghost that showed up on this wall. Even though it's already being removed, but what does that ghost mean? Oh, and here's Cindy and Mikey again. Does Cindy and Mikey just eardropping everybody's conversation in town? They always show up right on time. And Cindy's like, we come to where the events happened. How could this be? Even my home have encountered this. Oh yeah, right. This is Mikey's home. And Cindy says, a ghost on the hotel wall. This event actually makes me a little bit scared. And Mikey says, I'm not scared at all. What do you think, Milky? And then we can say, I don't know. Or we could say, Cindy, you're back. Or we could, yeah, and just scream. I'm going to say, Cindy, behind your back. And Cindy screamed. Aww. And she said, wait, there's nothing. You shouldn't scare me. Aw, sorry, Cindy. Just messing with you. And anyways, when you meet situation like this, we just need to do an exorcism. Exorcism? What do you mean? What should we do? Well, I think the ghost must be really afraid of something that smells good like the perfume. Okay, they want some perfume. I don't think I have perfume at home though. And Mikey says, yeah, that makes sense. I never see any ghosts that put on perfume. Yeah, I think perfume might have some special power. No, please want something else. And perfume, I want to use the flower perfume because I don't think any ghost would like to stay in a flower farm. Milky, please prepare the perfume. Okay, I guess I have to use my flower processor and make some perfume. I wonder if we can buy perfume directly. Actually, let me check the flower shop. In order to make the perfume, I took out my flower processor and I'm going to put in some flour in order to make the essence. And then once we take the essence to the flower shop, we will be able to make perfume. Unfortunately, today the flower shop is closed, so I guess we have to wait for one more day. Oh gosh, my cousin is literally happening at the worst day. And honestly, I feel like I don't make perfume much unless it's a quest. The flower shop is finally open and we can make perfume. I wish we could make perfume in the farm, but the only way I know so far is going to the flower shop and make perfume here. I'm going to make multiple ones just in case that I will need it in the future, so I made tons of it. Ta-da! Here we go. Now let's go to the mayor's mansion and try to finish this quest. Hopefully we'll be able to, after this, we'll be able to find out what's the real secret behind the little ghost. I'm kinda curious. What could be causing the ghost? Maybe somebody accidentally throws some paint on the wall. That would be my guess. Here we go. Let's finish Cindy's quest and ta-da! I think now I just need to exit the town and come back and we should be able to trigger the next one. Here we go, we triggered it! And Cindy says, Milky, thank you so much for preparing the perfume. We have to go and quickly perform the exorcism. Cindy, you can go with Milky. What about you, Mikey? And Cindy's like, I don't want to. Mikey, you should go. Seems like they're both afraid. Well, I will just cheer you up here. Cindy, you should go. I guess I can go alone. And Jason says, well, I heard about something. Are you guys going to do an exorcism in my hotel? Yes. Uncle Jason. That's right. We heard that there will be ghosts on the wall, so we prepared the perfume for the exorcism. And Jason says, ghosts on the wall? That's what you guys mean. That's the paint. Oh, our guess is right. I accidentally painted some patterns when I was hitting the wall. So that's the case? Yeah, I was putting the paint right next to it and I was about to repaint the wall, but something hit me super hard from the behind. That's why there's a ghost on the wall. Yeah, I'm such a good person. I don't think it's good that you said I'm a ghost. It seems like there's another thing that pushed Jason around. Maybe it's the scared animals. Now it all linked together. I'm guessing it's the scared animals that caused the Invent 2 and Invent 3. And Mikey says, phew, good that it's not ghost. What are you talking about? I'm in big trouble. Ever since that, there's a crack in my wall. I have to fix it. Well, we can prepare the material to fix it. What do you mean, me? Cindy, I think you mean Milky. And he said, okay, thank you guys. I need brick, cement, and paint. So please help me. Okay, that's a lot of things to prepare. And Jason says, well, I'll take my leave then. Well, bye, Jason. Guess I will have to continue prepare tons of items for fixing his wall then. And Mikey says, what's happening to you, Cindy? So the shadow of the ghost is actually made by Uncle Jason after he hit in the wall. But what hit Uncle Jason? I was thinking about that too. Seems like this event still didn't end. Well, it will all end if we figure out Invent 4. Ta-da! Here's Jason's quest. We can either give him a cement, white paint, or a brick. I feel like brick is probably the most easy, or cement. Maybe I already have enough stuff to make a cement right here. Let's see if I have a clay here. Unfortunately not. Okay, I'll go back home and make some clay. Ta-da! This one is easy enough, so I got some cement and I got a brick. So hopefully we'll be able to trigger the cutscene without making the white paint. If you're curious how to make the white paint, that one is actually a little bit tricky. So we need to make the paint processor and then we need to buy white flour and process the white flour. Unfortunately, I don't have the white flour on me or in my chest. So that one is gonna be a really tricky one if you haven't prepared any white flour yet. Yay! I finally did it! I have to be honest, I wasn't able to move forward with the seasonal pass quest for the longest time because Jason's quest asked for a white paint and we have to use a white flour to make white paint. There is no white flour in winter and spring, so I was having a super hard time finding white flowers. And I finally found it today in the Sprite shop. This is super hard and it's probably one of the hardest items to get for the quest. So if you want to finish the seasonal quest and don't be stuck like me, please remember to save at least one white flower in your chest so you can finish this quest. Since I finally got the white flour, now I just need to use the paint machine to make the paint. I would also recommend that if you ever make a paint, also remember to sell the first paint you make. This way you will be able to buy the paint from the flower shop instead of making the paint from fresh every single time. I totally forgot to sell the paint I made, that's why I wasn't able to unlock the white paint. Totally wish I have done that before, so I don't need to wait this long in order to get some white paint. Let's finally submit this request and hopefully we can trigger the next cutscene. It's been so long. You can see I got this request in winter and I had to play so many days to finally able to finish it. I can't tell you guys how happy I am. I'm going to go back to the farm and come back in order to trigger the next cutscene. Ta-da! Here's our next cutscene that I've been waiting for so long. And here's Bridget. She says, Milky, I have something that I want to talk to you about. Recently, the animals have caused so many trouble and I rushed to come check and suddenly I sensed this strange smell. If same thing happened, I feel like the animals going to be under a lot of stress. Oh, poor animals. And of course, here's Cindy and Mikey again. And Cindy says, if you want to solve mysterious event, you should let us handle it. As long as there's Cindy and Mikey, we can solve any events. A mysterious strange smell which caused the animals to be unsettling. Milky, what do you think? We can say no, or it could be the salty smell that comes from the sea, or it's some kind of flower smell. I don't think the animal would be unsettling by the smell from the sea. Maybe it's kind of a flower smell? Anyways, I feel like no matter what we say, they're gonna go into a strange direction. And then Bridget says, well, if it's flower, I would know it. But that's not what I smell. That smell, just thinking about it making me want to pass out. It's really strong. I wonder what kind of smell it is. And Mikey says, I know, it's monster. There's monster around. What? I guess if there really is a monster, it's not strange that it could have that kind of smell. What should I do? Our town is attacked by the monsters. Let's go fight the monsters. You said we're going to fight the monsters? What should we do? Let's make a little sneeze bomb. We can throw it at the animals and make them sneeze, and while they sneeze, we can punch them and attack them. Sneeze bomb? I feel like as long as we have some pepper, we might be able to make it. Seems like all we can do is just to bet on Cindy and Mikey's plan. Why does the town people always just agree with all these silly plans? Well, I guess we have to prepare the pepper this time. Oh wow, I thought it's going to be an easy quest where we just get some peppers, but seems like they need pepper, rope, and one strong cloth, which we can make by using strong grass. They both takes a little bit time, except the rope. Rope is pretty easy to make, so I'm going to go home and try to make all of this today. The requests are getting harder and harder. First of all, we need to make the pepper, and all we need to do is just get the pepper fruits that we collected from the wild and put it into our processors, and it will get the pepper out. And then I think the next thing is rope. So for rope is super easy. All we need is some grass. And then we also need to make cloth. So let me take the normal grass to make the rope, and then we need the strong grass in order to make the strong cloth. Now, in order to make the cloth, we need the thread machine first. So I took out my thread machine, putting the strong grass, and then it will be able to make the thread. So for one cloth we need 3 thread. So I would recommend if you're trying to set up your machines, it's better to set up 3 thread machine for each cloth machine. Then after you finish one batch, you can just put it into the cloth and it will just make your farm life that little bit easier. And of course, last but not least, we need to make a rope. It's super easy. We just need 5 grass, and there we have it. Well, I think tomorrow after my thread is finished, I should be able to submit these quests and finally move on to the next one. There we go! I finally got all the threads done. Now all we need to do is put in the thread into the cloth making machine, and when we wake up the next morning, I should be able to get the cloth we want and go submit the quest. There we go! I collected all the materials. The cloth one is definitely the hardest to get, so if you guys are watching this video, I'd recommend making that one early. And then just be prepared for all the items so you can finish the quest pretty fast. There we go, I finished it all. I guess now I just have to go back to the farm and come back. I should be able to trigger the next cutscene. Ta-da! Here's our little cutscene. And Cindy says, Milky, thank you so much for preparing the sneeze bomb materials. No problem, let's make the sneeze bomb. Oh, monsters, I will beat you all. I don't think the giant monster is gonna be beaten by the sneeze bomb. Oh, and here's Lars. He must be somebody who created that strange smell. And Lars saying, oh, it seems like you guys are making something that's really interesting. Let me join too. Oh, Lars brother, we're going to beat a monster that has a strange smell. Strange smell? Let me think. Do you mean the smell that's around the animal shop? Yeah, that's it. Oh, wow. Then I can't just stand by. I'll help and fight the monsters. Oh, I can't believe it. I saw Lars gonna say and tell us what's the truth behind the smell, but he just joined us. And Mikey says, well, we finished the sneeze bomb, but next we just need to find the monsters and attack it. Where is the smell coming from? I think it's from that direction. Okay, what is from that direction? I'm so curious, what is it? It's from Misaki's restaurant. The restaurant usually have a great smell. Wait, inside that strange smell, it does have some cooking dishes. It does smells like some kind of cooked dishes. Maybe Misaki was making some weird dishes? What? It's not a monster? No, I'm so curious what kind of dishes Misaki is making, cause that smell flied all the way through the street. And then Lars says, that reminds me of that strange smell. After smelling it, I really want to have some food to eat it. Okay, I know, in order to thank Lars brother, we should find somebody to make yummy dishes for you. Oh, I guess that's our quest. This might be our last quest because this is already event 4. And after finish this quest, it probably counts as we finished all the mysterious event. Except who pushed those people into the water. That one's a little bit weird. Well, Lars said, thanks, that really helped me. If you guys can make me a dish, then I'll get going. Oh, I hope he doesn't ask for some really hard to make dish. My cooking level is decent, so I think I should be fine. And Mikey says, what's happening, Cindy? Oh, seems like that strange smell is just because Misaki's sister is making some failed dishes. But it must have some reason behind why Misaki's sister is making bad dish. Yeah, that's right. We should go find a reason. Maybe there's a secret event 5 after all this mysterious event. That would be pretty cool. Well, let's first go to the town center and see what kind of dishes they want. Okie dokie, it seems like the requests are pretty easy. He wants an egg sandwich and some salad. Okay, I can do that. I think these are the dishes that we unlock pretty early in game, so shouldn't be too hard if you just started cooking in game. First thing we need is vegetable salad, and it actually could be any type of vegetables that we have, so that should be pretty easy to do. I'm just gonna pick turnip and the cucumbers because they're pretty easy and they're spring crops that we can get easily. Then we have the vegetable salad, and then I think we need the egg sandwich. Now let's take a look at the egg sandwich, which is in our main dish. One thing we need for egg sandwich is we need to make bread first. I think in order to make bread, all we need is just some flour. So I'm going to use the flour to make the bread first. And then let's make the egg sandwich. It's definitely time consuming for one day. So I would recommend finish your farm work first and then go do these dishes. There we go, we got both dishes. I'm glad this quest didn't take me too long and I can submit it in one day. Now let's submit our dishes, and I will go back to the farm and try to go back to the town to see if I can still trigger the next cutscene. I'm not sure whether there's a limit that we can only trigger one expansion pass cutscene per day. Oh, maybe not. It seems like I immediately triggered the cutscene, but it might not be related to the expansion pass. Oh, just look at this. I think it's related because this must be the strange smell they've been mentioning. This looks scary. And Cindy was saying, Milky! What is it, Cindy? This tongue looks scary. This strange smell, what's happening? Maybe it's related to what happened in the animal shop? It must be from the restaurant. Let's go check. Yeah, it seems like whatever Misaki is making, it's crazy stinky. Misaki, are you okay? And Mike is saying, oh, what is happening to this smell? Such a strong smell. What kind of dish is it? And Misaki says, welcome. I'm actually making a dish that's requested by the Lovett. I have no idea where he caught it, but he got some strange deep sea fish, and he told me to use this fish to make a dish. Oh, so maybe Lovett is the person who caused all this strange event? Because that links to our event too, about the half a fish, half a human creature. And Lovett says, oh, this smell. Misaki, did you already made it? I did made it, but are you sure you want to eat it? Of course. Please take that dish that smells so good onto this table. Oh, I'm scared. Look at this smell. I don't think Lovett will be able to survive. And Misaki says, sure, please wait. Oh, and of course it looked like a fish. These town people, they don't eat anything other than fish. And Cindy says, this strong smell dish. Are you sure you can eat it? And Mikey's like, nose, my nose, I can't take it. Oh gosh, I think everybody is getting poisoned just by smelling it. Oh, and the animals are all going crazy. Poor animals. That fox is digging the ground trying to run away. Is everybody okay? And Lovett says, I'm going to taste it. Itadakimasu. And he's like, nom 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 nom. And he says, yummy. Oh my god, he actually really loved it. Then he ran away? Why does he run away? What's happening, Lovett? Are you okay? And he's like, yummy! And he hit Jacopo. So it is caused by him. I guess whenever he says yummy, he had to run around the tongue. And he keeps shouting, yummy! And he hit Jason onto the wall again. Oh, this is so hilarious. And he says, yummy! My throat. That's just funny. I can't believe whenever he eats a yummy dish, he just runs around the whole tongue and yelling yummy. And he says, Misaki, you are a genius. I can't believe you can make a dish that's so delicious. And Misaki was just like ... And Jake says, it seems like there's a strong smell coming out of this shop, and it caused so much trouble in the park. And Bridget says, oh, my animal caused such trouble. Maybe it's caused by... And here's Jacopo, and he says, are you the person who's been hitting me? And then here's Beth, and he says, well, Jason just hit by Lovett and went down to the wall again. And Cindy finally put it together, and she said, maybe all this trouble is just made by Lovett, Uncle? What did I do? It's funny how Lovett didn't realize anything and he was just all innocent. That is hilarious. I actually really love how funny the event is. And I guess that's the end of our story. Oh, it seems like something popped out and it tells me the story already finished and there's some new clothes added into the beauty salon. That's awesome! Let's go to the beauty salon and check it out. Maybe it's some detective clothes that I can get as a reward for finishing all the quests. That would be super cool. I would love that. So, let's go to the beauty salon and check it out. What is the new hat I got? Yes, it is! It's the detective hat! And it only costs 0 gold, so I definitely want that. And then we also want to get the clothes. Oh, I can't wait! Let's get the clothes! I really love how we can unlock a special clothes and hat for finishing the quest. It's just so rewarding. And here's our little clothes. Actually, it looks pretty good with our little cat hat. We're the Meow Meow detective agent now. I love it. Definitely want to order that. And I'm going to show you guys tomorrow. Ta-da! The clothes we ordered is finally finished. Oh, I can't wait to try it out. Let's go to the change room and change it. One thing I'm super happy about is they allow us to change into our clothes immediately just in the clothing shop. Cause for somebody who's not patient like me, I really want to try my new clothes immediately that day, that time. And ta-da! Here's our little detective clothes. It looks super cool. I actually really love it. It's a super cool clothes cause ever since I was young, I love detective stories, and now I'm going to wear this clothes and go and rest love it for causing all this trouble in town. And I think that wraps up our today's video perfectly. I really enjoyed our detective quest, and I love how interactive it is. We're not actually just watching a few cutscenes, but need to run around the town and finish quests in order to move the story forward. A small tip is, while all the other items are semi-easy to get, the white paint is quite hard to get if you're in the wrong season and you haven't kept one white flower in your inventory. So I definitely recommend start preparing for the white flower or the white paint if you don't want to get stuck like what happened to me. Let me know, what do you guys think about expansion pass? I actually really looking forward for the future expansion passes, and will share them with you guys as soon as they come out. And that's it for our today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks for my awesome Patreon donors. You guys are the best, and I'll see you guys next time.